Low testosterone will make you feel more tired, make it difficult to build muscle, and even harder for you to meet women in your everyday life. So today I'm going to give you 10 things that are potentially draining your testosterone levels. And at the end, I want you to count how many of these do you have, because if you have more than 3, you might be in big trouble. Starting off with number 1, and that is excessive alcohol consumption. Now we all know alcohol is bad. It's bad for multiple reasons, not only for our health, because it's quite literally poison to our brains. However, if you're somebody who finds yourself drinking, I would say more than 2 to 3 drinks a week, actually more than 2, let's not even be modest here, more than 2 drinks a week, you are killing your testosterone levels, you're killing your ability to synthesize protein. Overall, it is just horrible for you. So cutting back on alcohol can actually help you preserve your testosterone levels, and I feel like this is fairly easy to do. Number 2, this is going to be a lack of sleep. Now this year I've gained a vast importance on my sleep quality, and I make sure that every night I get minimum 7 hours. I've done a few hacks, such as mouth taping, such as even taping my nose to make sure I breathe better, making sure that I don't drink too much water before I go to bed. Otherwise, I'm interrupting my sleep schedule too much by getting up and even going to pee. I even use an Oura ring to track my sleep every night. So if you aren't getting at least 7 to 8 hours, once again, this is not only bad on your health, but also horrible for your testosterone, because testosterone levels naturally rise during sleep, and it's gonna hit this peak levels in the morning. So if you're cutting corners on your sleep, or if you get like 2, 3, 4 hours, you're missing out on these vital peak phases. Not only that, but chronic sleep deprivation is gonna interrupt your body's natural sort of hormone cycles, and also it's gonna increase your stress hormones, and just overall that's gonna tank your testosterone. Now let's talk about stress levels. If you constantly have really high stress levels, this once again is potentially killing your testosterone levels, because high stress levels elevate something called cortisol. And this is a hormone that effectively blocks testosterone production in a bid to conserve energy for immediate survival needs. So how do we manage our stress? Well, number 1, obviously exercise. 2, start to plan your day. Planning your day can actually provide a lot of stress, especially if you have a lot of work stress. Or you can use supplements such as ashwagandha or L-theanine. Those combined can really help elevate your mood, calm anxiety, and help calm cortisol levels. Number 4 is going to be obesity. I doubt any of you guys watching this video are actually obese, but just know that if you go higher and higher in your body fat levels, I'm saying like above 22%, to the point to where you're getting even moderately obese, or you're looking at yourself and being like, yo, I'm looking kind of round, then your testosterone levels are not that good either. For me personally, I found that my highest testosterone levels tend to be between 13 and 15%. So not necessarily ripped, but I'm still at a moderately pretty good body fat percentage. Number 5, steroids, or even testosterone replacement therapy. So I'm sure you guys know what this is. Probably some of you guys watching this are even on it yourselves. Me personally, I am fully natural. However, I know that whenever you give your body synthetic testosterone, or just external testosterone, not from your body's own source, what it's actually going to do is shut down your body's natural testosterone production. So even though you're receiving testosterone up to, high or artificial levels, your body's natural testosterone is actually shut down. And most of you guys know this risk if you are on it. If you are on TRT, you also know the associated risks of potentially being infertile and all the other risks that come with just overall steroid usage. But just know that it's gonna take a while for your normal testosterone levels to get up to where they were before, if you were to get off. So that's why sometimes they say that, if you get on TRT, it could be like a lifelong decision. And then just steroids in general is a temporary solution that usually isn't worth it in the long run, in my experience. Unless you're a competitive bodybuilder doing IFBB pro shows, honestly, it makes no sense to be super jacked and you work at T-Mobile, bro. Like, it literally makes no sense to me. Number 6 is going to be a sedentary lifestyle. So just because you go to the gym could also mean that you're quite sedentary. I know plenty of people who go to their office jobs 9 to 5, or maybe work shift work. Outside of going to the gym for an hour and a half, they really don't do anything outside of that. So you yourself will still be sedentary. I believe non-sedentary activity starts to be around 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day. So if you can aim for just that amount of steps per day alongside with the gym, maybe alongside with doing some cardio, some HIIT training, then overall this is just going to be beneficial for your testosterone levels, because not only does being sedentary is just bad for our health, but that's going to constitute more so to potential obesity and getting more fat storage, which has a direct correlation on testosterone testosterone levels, all right? So just overall, be more active, get those 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day. And if you're a real baller, honestly aim for 10. Number 7 is gonna be excessive cannabis, the marijuana, the THC. I might make a video on this. I actually quit myself because I was a user of it too, mostly at night. However, I've noticed so many positive changes from getting off of it, not even from a testosterone aspect, but honestly from a mental health aspect, from a dopamine aspect. Everything about my life has improved once I stopped. So if you yourself are smoking marijuana, especially excessively, you're a wake and bake sort of guy, you know, you're doing it multiple times a day, then chances are you're probably once again killing your testosterone. There seems to be a correlation between anything that is just bad for you in general from a health perspective also will directly kill your testosterone, or at least not have you at optimized sort of levels. So just keep that in mind. Number 8 is gonna be overtraining. Now overtraining is definitely very, very subjective. 10 weekly sets for somebody might be 20 to 30 weekly sets for somebody else, but you might want to look at overtraining from a recovery aspect. If you find yourself always sore, if your joints always hurt, if you always feel like you're not getting stronger, but instead you're getting weaker, chances are you're overtraining. And also chances are you're killing your testosterone because of it, because of the, once again, high stress levels directly correlated to your cortisol levels, which could be not having you at optimized levels. So I know a lot of people go to the gym to increase their testosterone levels, but you wanna make sure that you have a balanced sort of workout routine. Usually that's gonna be anywhere from 10 to 15 weekly sets per muscle group. Some people can honestly get away with lower depending on your intensity levels. Number 9, lack of sexual activity. Listen, I know it's tough. I have a whole coaching program where I help guys actually, you know, make themselves more attractive, get in shape, and for that reason, they start to have more sexual activity. But if you're a guy right now and you ask yourself, like, it's been a dry spell, it's been over 3 months, then yeah, your testosterone is probably shot. And no, fapping to porn or these artificial things will not help it at all, because being with a real woman and having, you know, primal, real, not raw, wrap it up, but sexual activity can honestly just make your testosterone levels go through the roof. Honestly, even with squatting, barbell squatting, I've noticed that my testosterone tends to at least feel higher. I'm not sure if it actually is, but it feels higher, especially when I'm barbell squatting. And combine that with having regular business meetings, if you know what I mean, then that's a combination for high optimized testosterone levels. So if you're on a dry spell, maybe focus on figuring out a way to where you can get, you know, friends with benefits, you know, something a little bit more consistent. If you need help with that, of course, I'll leave a link down below if you want to join the Digital Romeo mentorship. And lastly, it's going to be unfiltered tap water. Now, I know we grew up drinking from the hose. However, if you have the means and ability to have filtered water, then I highly recommend you get filtered water, because tap water, depending on where you live, especially, could be filled with chemicals that can disrupt your hormone levels, could be filled with all sorts of stuff. So me, I just get a Brita filter, or when I go out, I tend to buy the spring water. This natural spring water tends to be the best. So if you can get some sort of filter, then I highly recommend you do that. Otherwise, just drinking straight from the tap is not doing too good for your body. Now, this is honestly very debatable and very controversial, but I found that just purifying your water, it does more good than bad for just drinking tap water. All right, guys, those were the 10 things killing your testosterone. Remember, count up how many of these things you do. If it's 3 or more, then you need to optimize your levels and maybe make some lifestyle adjustments. However, if it's only 1, if it's only 2, and especially if it's none, you might be in optimized levels, and this is where you can do other things to further enhance your testosterone. So, you know, supplements, natural supplements at that, and other means of just an overall positive lifestyle. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.